Yo, what is up, my foxy family?
Light.
I know it's been a while, but I'm back, and boy, do I have a juicy story for you all. Recently, I got myself into a little bit of Twitter drama. I know, it's crazy. A guy like me, I'm not opinionated at all. Yeah, I know, I tend to be pretty loud and outspoken, and a lot of people tend to take that in a certain way, and it gets them pretty mad and worked up. But don't worry, guys, if you're one of these people, I have some great news. You could just turn the internet off. Oh my god. Dude, that one piece of hair just keeps coming down. There we go. Okay, I'm sorry, I just got out of the shower. I apologize. Recently, I got myself into a little bit of Twitter beef with some animation artists on Twitter, specifically those who work on Halo animations and SFM work. For anyone who doesn't know, SFM stands for Source Filmmaker. It's a completely free to use program on Steam in which you can make animations or you can make like stills, like, you know, images. It's pretty neat and nifty. But some people use this platform to create not safe work material, like pornography. I want to make some things very clear at the start of this video so that people don't get it twisted later on, because a lot of people who are going to see this, I'm sure, are going to be against me, and those people are idiots. To be clear, I have no issue whatsoever if you enjoy not safe work material. I don't care if you're a Coomer or a Gooner. It doesn't matter to me. You do what you gotta do. But again, to be absolutely clear, there's a difference between gooning by yourself and posting images online in a public platform without censoring it in any capacity that anyone can see, and then pretending that that is in any way acceptable when we all know that that content, one, immediately gets sent over to Google Images that anyone can see as long as they put in the right filler words, and two, there are minors on the platform, you god underhead, and three, most importantly, I don't want to see it! To start off this lovely, charming journey, let's go ahead and take a look at the post that kind of started this all. On November 15th, I tweeted out, "I hate these fucking fake fan gooners that have taken over Halo. Go talk to an actual guy/girl and quit publicly jerking your to virtual characters. This is why your mom is always in my DMs. I form a real connection with the people in my life. You should too." As you can see here, this is the original post. I meant it when I said the Pelican is gonna be your second home some days, with this image of a scantily clad pilot that I will definitely have to censor because YouTube will absolutely slap the hell out of me like I was a football player's wife if they saw me upload this. To be clear, just so I can give some context, for about 3 or 4 months before I made this tweet, I'd been seeing a weird uptick and a lot of Gooner material all over Twitter, specifically related to Halo, on accounts that were not porn accounts. I know that's kind of crazy to say, you know, this whole idea of, well, why are they posting that? And I would love to give you an answer, but I have no goddamn clue. It's very easy just to make an alternate account that is strictly for adults and adults only, but I guess that's too difficult for these guys. Now, this post goes kind of semi-viral, getting 20,000 views, and a lot of people were in the comments flaming me. I'm not even gonna bother showing all of them. Instead, I'm just gonna tell you, if you want to look at them, go find them. The posts, you see it? It's this post right here. Go look for it. Go have fun. Because of its virality, a rookie sees it, and he decides to reply with his, quite potentially the most interesting response. Lol. With an image of him surrounded by some, bunny girls at a convention. Yeah, that's an interesting decision. Having someone, like, call you out on the internet, saying that, like, you don't have a real connection with people in your life, to reply to them with an image of you surrounded by girls you took a picture with, random women, it's just pathetic. I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting out of that, because it kind of just comes across as you're trying to, like, one-up me with yeah, I get fucking laid, dude. I get so much pussy, dude. Okay, how does that, like, disprove anything I said? I don't think you recognize any of these women outside of the fact that they're dressed up at a convention that you are also attending. What is your point? Regardless, again, it's just a weird reply, like, "Oh, you got me. You took a picture of some random women. Oh, you got me." Honestly, with the exception of this, he doesn't really ever reply besides one very specific instance that I will get to in just a second. But I just want to quickly highlight some of the replies in this section. Specifically, one of them. "Could have sworn Rookie had a girlfriend too, no? Yeah, but like, the only Halo-related imagery I have of us both on this phone is me throwing her back out while she's trying to play Infinite's campaign. Not as appropriate for this account." you're just a f***ing creep. I don't even know how else to reply to that. That's just a really creepy and weird thing to post online. You don't need to be telling strangers about your sex life. I think that goes to show just how depraved a lot of these individuals in this part of the community are. And you're just a weirdo. After this, he makes 2 more posts, kind of just like slyly referencing me, but nothing too crazy. With the exception of this reply chain that's in one of them, starting off with a guy named The Banisher saying, "What is really that bad in the community that you can't be like that horny guy in the Halo community? Because there's a horny guy in every fandom, let's be real here. Plus, horny aside, you have good takes and tastes, so I don't see a problem here." I'm going to go ahead and just quickly reply before we see Rookie's reply, because you're an idiot. First of all, I have no issue, as I said at the beginning of the video, with the whole standing of pornography. I think if you were into, you know, Halo porn, it's totally fine. I just don't want to see it. It's not something I'm interested in on my Twitter feed. That was inherently the point that I was trying to make. Because this is posted to an account that also is aligned with takes, as you said yourself, this is directly pushed to me because he'll make a tweet that I engage with because he's an idiot saying something about 343, and then the next thing I know, this will slam into my screen. I don't want to see this shit. I'm not interested, man. Rookie replied with, "It was funny because like 90% of their valid complaints I had seen are actually addressed by me already. Don't post porn, main. Post it on an alt. Make your account adult only." Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pertlight's School of Vocabulary. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys a few new words so that you can share them with your parents. The first one, of course, is NSFW. NSFW is an abbreviation, which translates to not safe for work. The next one we're going to be teaching you fellas about is Gooner. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You are now officially more intelligent than the content creator Rookie on Twitter. Let's have a round of applause for the graduating class. This is where I kind of needed to discuss some definitions. Obviously, you can tell from the last little bit there. So I need to sit you down and explain some stuff. First of all, at no point do I ever say that Rookie's content that annoyed me was pornographic material. However, what I would like to say is Gooner material. Gooner material is not explicitly porn, but it's as close as you can get without it officially jumping into that point. It's like a woman who's as scantily clad as you can get without her just being naked. That's Gooner material. Having very specific aspects of her body highly focused on or exaggerated to draw sexual attraction to the character. That is Gooner material. That is what that is. That is not pornography, but ladies and gentlemen, it's still not safe for work. If I showed you an image of a woman in a bathing suit, that is not Gooner material. But if I show you a picture of an OnlyFans model in a bathing suit where she's bent over arching her back with her facing the camera, that is Gooner material. Sure, she's not expressly making pornography, but that is absolutely made with sexual interest in mind. That is what Rookie makes, and at every chance I tried to correct him on this, he would just, "Dude, it's censored for kids. What is even your problem? The only thing I don't regularly do is flag my posts because I simply don't want to. I've carved out a niche that knows what I do, and I'm happy with just doing content in my little corner. If the algo sweeps it up and someone doesn't like it, they can create their own experience." Now, I'm sure there's like a little bit of confusion here, specifically regarding Pert. How the hell did we get to this point? Before, it was just talking about Gooner material, and now we're talking about stuff that is inappropriate for kids? How did we get here? Well, I gotta rewind a little bit, because as you can tell from the date of these posts right here, this is about 2 days after the drama really unfolded. After this drama, as you can see in the original post, I linked to a live stream that I was doing in which I wanted to open the door and say, hey, if you have something you want to say to me, if you want to actually debate me properly, come to my chat because it isn't restricted like Twitter. I was even totally open with inviting people onto a Discord call so we can actually communicate properly, but no one ever took that opportunity to do that, so what do you expect from these cowards? On this stream, another SFM content creator named Silent SFM, he comes into my stream and basically just kind of goes,
actually, I was being respectful the whole time, and you're being mean to me, and that's really uncalled for.
To be clear, during this stream, I'm not going to play the full clip, but just know it's just me repeating everything I've said already throughout this video, except for a very, very specific point near the end in which I did make a big mistake. Here you can see he kind of gives a very snide remark, and I stupidly say, making it, all right, fair enough, man. You keep promoting that to kids, though. Enjoy it. Enjoy promoting that to kids, man. I'm glad that's what you do with your time. To be absolutely clear, I'm going to get more into the argument that I was trying to make here, but the way I said it was so goddamn stupid. I want to clarify right now because I don't want people to think that I'm just trying to sweep this part under the rug or that I'm not going to address it, because this was a flaw on my part. To give some context around this video clip, this takes place about an hour after I had already finished discussing everything regarding the drama, and I had moved on to VR chat where I was playing Uno. In the game, I was trying to play, and I also had to deal with the already existing tactical difficulties, so I was frustrated as is already, or focused, and then I had a guy coming in here trying to start again, in which it had already passed my goddamn mind. Not only that, but he makes a snide remark like this, and I kind of just got heated in the moment and said something stupid. I'm going to now say I am sorry. That is not what I meant, and that is absolutely a horrible, horrible argument because it just makes no sense. These guys are not pushing this to kids. However, oh, you thought this video was just about Rookie and some Twitter drama? No, I'm going after all you gooning douchebag pieces of shit. Yes, I went through several different accounts all over Twitter, and I decided to find specifically 4 different members of the Halo animation community or Halo art community who don't do a good job of censoring their crap, and along with that, post inappropriate images onto their main profile. Great example of this is the already mentioned Rookie, in which you can find these delightful images already on his page, completely uncensored in any way. As you can see, this account right here, which I made strictly for this video, can access them. Do you want to know what this account's age of birth is? October 20th, 2010. This account, as far as Twitter knows, is ran by a 14-year-old. This is not an adult. He should not be able to see these images. And as I said before, yes, I'm aware these are not strictly pornographic, but that's kind of my argument. It's not pornographic. It's Gooner material. This is still something that is clearly used to cause sexual attraction, and to not censor it for minors is bizarre and wrong. And to openly admit you're not doing it because you're lazy makes you a piece of shit, Rookie. Go so. Oh, but don't worry. He's not the only one. You see, I got 3 other individuals, the ones I mentioned earlier. One of them you might be a little familiar with. Silent. Silent I have 2 images of. These 2 right here, completely uncensored and able to be seen right now. One of these is just actual interspecies fetish art. Oh, but don't worry guys, he's gonna go make more nude women. What a hero, am I right? And then you got Jeff Meza, who makes these lewd images of Cortana, which I find hilarious because if you look at his account, all of these images are already censored, except for the ones that are promoting the sale of the stickers, you piece of shit. Oh yeah, it's okay to show minors explicit material as long as it's not strictly porn, and I can make money off of it. That's acceptable, right? And then finally, we got someone like Mads, who, oh my god, makes the most degenerate seen in a while. We have this art that I have to censor the whole entire image of because you can see the chick's pubes sticking out of her underwear along with her tits hanging out, and this image of a Spartan. By the way, I'd like to add that all of this is just for minor accounts. How many minors can you think of that actually use their real age? My problem boils down to something very simple. These accounts still engage with the Halo community on Twitter with images that aren't lewd, along with just normal posts. Meaning that if I were to engage with someone, no matter which one of these 4 losers you want to pick from, I am going to eventually get their art in my timeline. And if I am a minor, you're now promoting your art to me because of that. Now, before I kind of delve into what I'm saying there, I really quickly want to address a common criticism I get for this exact point. That being the very, very stupid, why doesn't Twitter just not allow minors on the platform? If this video was about Twitter and its horrible, horrible porn problem, buddy, I'd be on the front lines screaming at Elon Musk himself. Twitter has a horrible problem. And trust me, during this experiment, I've busted it wide open. Here's a video of my feed that I have to censor the entire thing because I'm not even kidding you. 90% of it is just OnlyFans models with their out, or just YIF. I'm not even joking, because I reposted just a few of these images. Again, I want to emphasize, this is a miner's account. This is not my public account. This is a miner's account that I just created. Just because I reposted some of these images, the ones you've seen in the video so far, I've been getting nothing but these, which by the way goes to prove my point more that these images are NSFW. They're not appropriate because Twitter even's picking up on it, man. Come on. But that's the thing. We're not talking about Twitter as a whole. Minors shouldn't be on here regardless. And if you're a minor, don't sign up for Twitter. That's a horrible idea. But regardless of that, you need to realize that it is the way it is. You guys need to do better. If there are minors allowed on Roblox, and there are some sections of the Roblox community that want to post porn, should we not immediately say, hey, guys who are posting porn, maybe, I don't know, not do that here? Maybe go to a different website? This is my problem. Sure, Roblox, you shouldn't allow that. Obviously, I'm right there with you, but it does. So maybe we shall do better as a community to not allow it to happen and call out the people who are doing it. But dude, it's a career path, man. It's what I do. I make NSFW art. Fine, that's acceptable to me. I don't give a shit. But again, do everything you can to censor it, which has been my point through this entire video. Here's an account of someone who replied to me. They're also a NSFW artist for the Halo community. And yet, when I open it on my minor account, do you see anything interesting? All of the images are blocked. Hey, here's another one. This one isn't tied to the Halo community, but this is a furry. This is a very popular furry artist, and yet I can't see a single image. Hell, I can only see 4 of their main posts here. There's no images available on a minor account. It takes so little effort to just make your account adult only. That is the primary issue I have with these people. Regardless if you are intentionally or unintentionally posting this to minors, by making this type of content and not doing your due diligence, it is inevitably going to get to a minor's feed, man. Do better. Oh, well, Twitter shouldn't allow... Yeah, no, Sherlock, it shouldn't, but they do. So maybe you should take the responsible adult role and say, maybe I shouldn't post this inappropriate content publicly. Again, I will go back to these 2 accounts. They do a great job at censoring their You can't find any of it here. Yeah, so that's kind of my big issue. And regardless of the whole kid point, I'm going to bring this back to the main crux of the issue. I don't want to see it. I'm kind of just in general sick and tired of seeing a lot of overly sexualized in the Halo community. It's just kind of cringe at this point. And it's everywhere. I mean, here's Halo Follower, a big, huge Halo YouTuber who's making video thumbnails like this. Yeah, this is real, and you can go watch it right now. Don't do it though. Don't give him the view. And just to be clear, because I know a lot of people are gonna like downplay this video or be like, dude, why are you getting like so mad? It's not even a big deal. You're right. It probably isn't a giant deal to most people because we've become so like ingrained in Gooner culture, you know? Like we're just used to seeing everywhere. Especially if you spent more than like an hour on the internet. It's just everywhere you go. Especially the OnlyFans model is just you know, just out and about. So yeah, it may not seem like a big issue, but my problem is, as a community, we should agree, hey, maybe keep this stuff to the websites dedicated to the inappropriate material, because that shouldn't be what we're doing here on Twitter. Twitter should be a place to discuss the games, not, hey, this one female Marine has a really thick ass. Now, before I kind of start to get into the conclusion of this video, I want to use this time to address 4 more big issues or complaints that people had with me. The first one being that I rage bait. No, I do not. I'm still making points about it. I'm still making videos and everything about this. Clearly, it's not rage bait. If I wanted to rage bait the Halo community, there are a lot better ways to do it. And even better yet, let's say I am rage baiting. Let's say all of this was just a way to get views and money off you guys. You do realize by replying and commenting and doing all of that, you guys are feeding into it, right? Like if you've watched up to this point in this video, you know, fuming, you know, blood vessels popping in your head because you're just so angry at me. You realize that by watching up to this point, you've given me your free views, right? Especially if you leave a comment, you're actually putting me more in the algorithm. You've just fed into what I want, which again, I want to add, I'm not a rage baiter. The only reason that people think I am is because of this joke tweet I made. It was 2 days before all this went down, and everyone took it so literal, and it just goes to show how dumb these people are. The next argument that people like to use is just ignore the gooning material. Which, no, clearly it doesn't work. Again, these people engage with the Halo community with normal posts, along with actual cool artwork, and then they'll throw in the gooning material after. You can't really just ignore it because it gets fed to us directly. So that it just doesn't work, man. Rookie isn't a fake fan. Yeah, I wanted to address this one because this one's a little bit silly on my part. As you can see in the original post, I called Rookie a fake fan. And clearly the camera itself got very offended because it just blurred. To be clear, this was bad choice of words on my part. When I say fake fan, I mean people like shills. I don't consider them real fans. I consider them like a different species entirely than fans, you know? Like they exist in their own plane. Sure, they interact with fans, but they themselves are not fans. They're just here to kind of just, you know, just suck off everything related to the franchise, especially the worst parts. And then last but not least, you're toxic. Yeah, I got nothing to say to that one. I don't think I am. I think I genuinely just don't want to see the and I think everyone else who got really angry at me for saying this, I think they were more of the toxic ones, but fair enough. You don't have to like me. I'm not going to sit here and cry over it, you know? To kind of conclude the video overall, I want to kind of just address a big Twitter thread I posted, along with, I guess, the repercussions of posting it. It starts off with this one where I say, after I finish my video on Halo's Gooner problem, I'm going to take a long break from Twitter. Halo's community is an absolute shambles, and I'm kind of sick of the toxic mess that happens every time I try to engage in a discussion. People like Rookie and Lieutenant Cameron especially make it impossible when they either gaslight, use bad faith arguments, throw insults, or just use fallacy after fallacy. I'm just sick of trying to talk about it and then immediately having people jump in hyper defense and making it about me or others. Like the classic, Bungie bros hate us for simply liking 3v3's Halo games. Or, you just want another carbon copy of Halo 3 in Reach. Nobody's ever said either of those things, yet you folk keep bringing it up in discussions as if it's a well-known fact, despite seeing far more hatred and vitriol coming from the 343 tards. It's got to the point where I've started fighting fire with fire by immediately throwing insults towards 343 industry fans who just want a discussion because I'm used to them doing it to me. Sorry, by the way. And then you got the raging Gooner problem. I used to always introduce my younger family members to Halo because of its gripping world lore, weapons, and characters, and etc. Now I have to wonder when its community is flooded with fetish art. When I rightfully call this out, I get put on blast by a bunch of horned losers who are so goon-brained that they think it's fine to post their material on a public platform to a community that has nothing to do with it and could very easily have minors. And then you got the show that is Halostudios. Despite having stated numerous times that we should be cautiously optimistic, seeing fans react to $30 digital clothing with nothing but cheering and applause, it makes me think they're just going to repeat the same mistakes that we saw with Halo. They're throwing my optimism out the window for the sake of some cold hard cash. I'm sick of this company's greed. I'm sick of people defending their laziness. And finally, the YouTubers. Selling out their opinions and views for early access, downplaying issues, and just shilling each new update as if the game is back to Halo 3's numbers with titles like Halo's back or New update changes everything. I'm sick of this cringe. It's gross and pathetic. So yeah, community, at Halo fix MCC and bring Halo 5 to PC, please. The rest of the community can rot. Don't really care anymore. TLDR, Halo community sucks. I'm leaving. Now, this was obviously met with a bunch of people saying perlite. Oh my god, you made a really good point. A lot of people agreed with me and started reposting it saying that it was really intelligent, really smart, and obviously didn't do that because these people have the brain capacity of a chimp on a Tuesday. Saying things like, brother, you're a toxic mess yourself. Or this one, Halo's community is an absolute shambles and I'm constantly a toxic mess. Seeing far more hatred and vitriol coming for the 3 retards. It's kind of hard to make a valid point or take you seriously when you're part of the problem. And then you read further into what he's saying, and his whole argument basically boils down to, oh, well, you didn't talk about the Bungie toxic fans, so that you're being disingenuous and unfair. And then also saying the exact same thing I told her, like, you didn't read the goddamn post, you goofball. You gotta love it when these people are like, no, this does happen, this does happen, this does happen. Find me one image. I would love to see it because I guarantee you won't find one. And if you do find one, it's gonna be one person who has like 3 followers on Twitter who said, yeah, I think if you like these games, you're an idiot. Like, wow, Jesus, dude, you can't like these games because a guy with 10 followers on Twitter said you can't like them. This is every Bungie fan now. And then, of course, you got the quote tweets from people like Lieutenant Cameron, who's just one of the dumbest people I've ever interacted with on this website.
Maybe actually not be contrarian. Insult people who have different views to you and let people enjoy what they enjoy.
Lieutenant Cameron, I know you're really slow, so let me break this down for you. At no point in my entire life of playing Halo have I ever told people they are not allowed to enjoy these games. Or this one, I know I'm an asshole, but goddamn, you've really hit a home run in terms of being insufferable. Nobody likes your ass, even people that can't stand each other. Okay, like congratulations, you guys are all idiots. You've just proven my point. What are you talking about? And then you gotta love it because it's like, you didn't read the post, I can tell because you're not engaging with anything I said, and then you just call me an asshole as if, congrats, You prove nothing wrong. Then you got this guy who goes, this dude quote tweeted his own thread to make a joke about it. This man legit needs to touch grass. Maybe because unlike you bunch of losers, I understand that Twitter isn't my life. And that's kind of the big thing I wanted to address at the end of this video here. Twitter's not my life anymore. A week after this video goes up, my Twitter is going to be completely deleted because I'm just done with the website. It sucks and I felt like I was forming an addiction to it. And that's just unhealthy, and I need to just kind of remove it from my life. On top of that, there's just no reason to have it. It's just led to so much negativity. There's too many stupid people on there that I've interacted with, and it's genuinely made me a much more negative person overall, and I don't need that in my life. I want to be a more positive person. I want to be able to go to work smiling and feeling good. So to kind of wrap up this video, I'm going to go through all the points just to make sure nothing got confused because these people are dunderheads. Point numero uno. Porn. It's okay in my eyes. I don't think it's evil. A lot of people are going to misconstrue this video as me saying that porn bad, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you post it online, uncensored, for everyone to see, you shouldn't do that, and that's cringe. You should post it in the right circles, not publicly. So, number two, you dunderheads that I mentioned, and many others, need to do a much better job at censoring for minors on the platform. Twitter has an age limit of 13, not 18, 13. You guys need to do better. And yes, although you guys do need to do better, and Twitter is not the one responsible for your guys' art, I need to clarify. I'm aware that Twitter has a problem with promoting really inappropriate images and links and content to children. I'm aware. So you, content creators, should do a better job at promoting that so that it doesn't reach the hands of minors instead of just not caring. And finally, number three, I just really don't want to see in the Halo community. The Halo community should be talking about the games and why the games are cool and why we like the games. And that's what it should be about. If you guys want to, you guys even talk about the books and any of the live action, cartoons, whatever. It doesn't matter. Fan content, that's cool too. But let's stop with pretending that this right here, this art, which by the way, it can be seen on a minor's account, just going back to that last point. It's not contributing anything to a meaningful conversation. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's probably one of my more spicy takes, I would say. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share this video with all your gooning friends, you know? Let's have a good old goon sesh together and enjoy what I made here. If you're any of the people that I mentioned, this isn't me trying to tell you that you should be canceled or that you should die or anything crazy like that. This is me simply saying you guys need to do better job at doing this. And also along with that, if you're a fan of any of the 343 Halo games, I think that's totally fine. I think Halo 5 is way overrated and it's the best 343 game if you ignore the campaign. I'll die on that hill. With that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video in 23 years. And until then, I guess, peace out, my Foxy fan.